All right, I'm a little nervous. Let's go ahead and do this. So let's prop this up. And then I'm just going to carefully jiggle this sort of back and forth, forwards and backwards. And I really hope I'm centered here. Just back and forth, that's what makes the little feather edges. That's really cool. That's beautiful. Hey everybody, it's Anna. Welcome back to my Fluid Art channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is officially spring. The weather's starting to get warmer. The flowers are starting to bloom. The birds are singing. Speaking of birds, I want to paint a bird today. My husband Josh and I, we're both birders. We like watching birds, identifying them, photographing them. And the spring is a great time for us because that's when the migratory birds start coming up from the south. And we love this time because that's when the birds are singing and you can see so many different kinds and hear so many different kinds. So we like to listen to them and identify them by ear, which is fun. There are a bunch of species of birds called warblers, which are these little birds like sparrow-sized. And they all have their own little unique songs that they sing. And because they're so small, often you hear them instead of seeing them because they hang out in the tops of the trees and they're like smaller than the leaves. But they have these beautiful songs, and if you manage to see them, they're really pretty. A lot of them have these bright colors, especially yellow. So today I want to paint the wings, at least, of a songbird, some sort of warbler. We'll see whether it turns out. I'm going to be doing a style of painting that I've never done before, which is an angel wing pour. But I have done waterfall pours, which are very similar. Both of them involve pouring paint on a tilted surface. But an angel wing pour is slightly more specific to try to get two separate wings. So I have a 12-inch canvas here because I want this to be kind of a small painting, small bird, small painting. And then I'm not sure which one of these split cups I'm going to use. For an angel wing pour, you have a background color, which for me is this sky blue mixed with white. And so you have a puddle of the color, but then you also put it in the middle of your split cup. So if I'm using a 3-chamber split cup, the blue would go here. In a 4-chamber split cup, I would fill both the middle ones with blue, and we'd end up with more of that background color compared to the wing colors, whereas this would be about even wing, background, wing. So I'm still trying to figure that out, how large of a space I want in between the wings. So my background is this lovely sky blue, and then for the wing colors, I have this sort of, I don't know, mocha espresso kind of color, which is burnt umber mixed with white. Then I have white, I have black, and I have yellow because a lot of the warblers have yellow on them, either at their throat, or maybe on their belly, or on their face, or in their wings. So I want to put a little bit of yellow in there and see what comes up. And then depending on how it turns out, I may end up brush painting head, body, something onto the bird. But first we got to get the wings down. So let's go ahead and do this. It's time to make a painting. So as you can tell, I have already started by painting some of my background color along the edges. And it's not a really solid coating, but it'll help cover those edges and corners just because it's a light color and I don't know exactly how good the coverage is going to be. That way we've got a base layer down. I think I'm going to use the 4-chamber split cup so that we have a nice big separation between the wings. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my blue background color into both of these center sections. So for the wings, bird wings are mostly brown and white with a little bit of black and yellow. So I'm going to make small layers. Now, when I've seen angel wing pours done, it's usually just 2 colors at a time, like white and gold or something like that. So this is going to get more, hopefully detailed, more complicated anyway. All right, and I'm trying to keep the sides pretty close so that the wings don't look different from each other. So then I'm going to put some white, smallish layer of white, Then a small layer of yellow, because I don't want lots of yellow in the wings. Okay, and now some more brown, and now some black. Then I think maybe some white, little bit of yellow. Okay, a little bit more brown, and black and white. I forgot to talk about my paint consistency for this pour. I would call it a medium, so it flows very well off of the stick, and it leaves sort of a soft mound, but it's not a tiny mound, it's a decent sized mound. You could do this with a medium thin if you want more color blending. I don't really want my colors to blend a ton because I'd like to see really clean layers, which is why I left it a little bit thicker. Okay, so there's my cup. That looks good. My canvas is going to be tilted. I was trying to figure out, because usually I pour waterfall pours here from the side. I was trying to think about whether I could pour it this way, but I don't think I'd be able to see it well enough. I'd have to like lean over. So I think I'm going to do it from the side. And so I'm just propping it up slightly. I think this little cup is going to be right. Because you want it to flow as you pour it. But this is a pretty short canvas, so I don't want it to flow really fast. Okay, so I have it propped up, or rather I will prop it up, but first I want to put down a puddle that I'm going to pour my color into. This will help the wings stay really beautiful. They'll have something to sort of flow on as they go down. And again, I don't want to make a huge puddle because then it might all flow off. Let me give it a quick torch. Okay, there's not a lot of air bubbles. All right, I'm a little nervous. Let's go ahead and do this. So let's prop this up. And then I'm just going to carefully jiggle this sort of back and forth, forwards and backwards. And I really hope I'm centered here. This is not good separation at all. I'm stopping there. I just gotta pause. Okay, do you see how messy that is? I do not have a clear line. My hands do have a bit of a shake, so that could be it. Like, we got beautiful layers, that's cool, but you see, it's just, that's not what I'm going for. So I'm just gonna scrape it off. Just gonna push it off this way. All that paint that isn't the blue. And we'll put down a little bit more of the blue. And we'll try again, but try to be a little bit neater with it. Okay, I'm going to pour slower and from a lower position. Okay, there we go. You see that blue stripe in the middle? That's what it's supposed to be. Just back and forth, that's what makes the little feather edges. Here comes a bit of the yellow. I'm down near the bottom, so I'm going slower to make sure that I get the nice clean striping. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Wow, look at that! That's crazy with the white and black, and then brown, and then it goes to yellow. So I'm just going to let it flow until it's kind of centered. Okay. That's really cool. That's beautiful. Now, now I need to figure out what to do with it. I'll probably end up tilting some of it this way, but not tons of it. I think I'll bring it back this way just to even out my puddle, because the puddle was kind of weighted that direction. There we go. So for this, I've seen other people sort of tilt their angel wing pours to stretch them, but I want this to stay really, really clean if possible. So what I would love to do is put it on a spinner and see if I can spin it to stretch it really evenly. So let me grab my spinner. Gorgeous. Just want to make sure that it's centered. That is pretty centered. I'm proud of myself. So I'm going to take some more of this and put it especially here towards the corners, but around the sides, because I want to encourage all of this to flow outwards. I'm going to go ahead and cover the corners ahead of time, just because that's the hardest part to get covered. So if that's already covered, it'll make it easier later. Okay, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough flow paint. I want to give it a gentle spin and see how it's beginning to stretch, and then maybe add some more. All right, this is exciting. Let's go ahead and spin. Move that out of the way. Okay, so it's definitely stretching. You see it's come off this end, which is fine. We didn't have to have every single feather in the wingtip. I'd like to try something a little bit risky. I'd like to add a stripe of blue paint down the middle just to widen the separation. I'm going to try to be really careful with it. Whew, that felt very risky. However, seems like it's working fine. Let me do it one more time. Nice. Yeah. I think that's going to help us because it's separating out the wings enough that as we stretch it, I think, hopefully it's not warping those too much. All right, another gentle stretch. Actually, before I spin it, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to tilt it side to side. That's going to warp things. All right, I'm just going to spin it, and it's possible that we'll lose some of the top and some of the bottom, but I think it'll end up being okay. Here we go. Okay, cool. So we're off on both sides. There's more blue on this side than this side. Just going to very gently try to slide this. But I don't want to mess up my design, so I'm watching all the lines really carefully. I love all these wispy feathers. That's super cool. Let me do just a little bit of side covering. Since the background color is all one color, it makes it very easy to touch up the sides. All right, one more gentle spin to try to broaden it just a little bit, but overall I'm liking this a lot. So I'm watching not just the sides, but also sort of the top and the bottom as that last layer pours out and covers what used to be there. I think that's looking great. Yeah. Just gotta get these top and bottom ends nice and clean. Okay, I like that. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go from here, but I really like the way these wings have come out, so let me give you a close-up. Okay, here we go. So we did obviously lose the top edge of the wings, but that's all right. And then, you know, some of the bottom also went off there. But look at these beautiful feathers that we've got here in the middle. Those are so cool. And then the layers, each one of those layers was from those sort of forward and back jiggles. I love how you can see every color in there. And I'm really glad I put the yellow. That's a neat little element in there, along with the brown and the black and white. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to paint like the head or body or something of a bird in there. I'm not sure that the proportions are going to look right. I may leave it as 2 wings or 2 feathers. Anyway, this technique I think would look really good on a canvas that has a little bit more space vertically. This is a square, so there's not a ton of space for it to stretch out. So I may be trying this again in some other application, but I really like this one. I will show you how it looks when it's dry. All right, the painting is dry. It dried very nicely. The right side widened out just a little bit, so I don't know if that's because the canvas was slightly uneven or there was a little bit too much paint there. I don't know, it still looks quite good. So let me just show you these layers again because they dried so nice. It is so beautiful and detailed. So there's no fun metallics or anything that's in there. That would be a fun thing to try some other time, but even just these layers is so nice. So I did decide I'm not going to add a head or a body or anything like that because the way the wings are shaped and angled, it just wouldn't look realistic to add the head. So I'm just going to keep it as a couple of wings right now. But I was thinking, looking at this, I almost feel like this design makes more of a feather shape than a wing shape. So I would like to try some more paintings like this where I just make 1 feather instead of a pair of wings. So I'm happy with this painting, but you can definitely expect some more wing pour experiments from me in the future. Thanks again for joining me for this video. I hope it inspired you to try something new, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys.